Madden NFL 24, where division rivals will clash in the NFC North.
Now for the so-called City Beautiful and home to the Madden Studios. This is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League from Orlando, Florida. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, but instead a give up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's Johnson again on second down. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action or stick something to them between the second and the third level. That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
Every time he leads his team out, there's no questioning. He's put the work in to earn his place in the NFL. There's no shortage of stories we've heard throughout his career about the effort he puts in to be in this spot. And that motivates everybody on his team.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second down, Irvin. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
From the gun on third down, Nix. Pass taken in. His big tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A throw over the middle, caught by Bryant. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
From the out route, incomplete. It's Bryant. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Or football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st down, Irving pushes him aside at the 10. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone with dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play, maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A 5-yard touchdown run. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Point after here coming up. And it's going to make it 7-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here too after a good stop. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Finding Johnson on the out route, that's complete. And he'll get it near the 40 to the 39. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the 1st down.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll wind up getting taking this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Quarterback in 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. That is caught at the 7. And the rip is near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 14 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Given 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back out.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Pardon me, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their... And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. He's going to try and take off with it. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, he's going to run the read option typically. You've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, Maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And now out comes Minnesota. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a first down.
They go to Johnson again. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ground game. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. The offense already on the field here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Johnson. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Johnson again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had no man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Nix. He finds his man. Complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards there on a first down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
They'll run on first down. Irving. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Some people playing defense in this one. There's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Nix. Looking outside, and he's got him in. That's Ferguson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3-and-out.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And he is going to lose yardage here. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will knot us up at 10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
All level now and 10 apiece as the kick's away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk about offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
Well, Brandon, we could see see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's full prepared now. And that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another 1st down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, it's Johnson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. A good gain of 12 yards that time.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. From the 9, 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits it in stride. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 6 yards away. And his guys are going to take the lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Now the try here for the point after. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Chicago offense set to get started. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A little juke. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Nix. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Nix. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Johnson goes in motion left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And this play comes to a hold at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. And on now is the punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with the 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And it is caught. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 22.
That's interference. Defense.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. Great work in practice being put into the game.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2nd down and 4. Back to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that is caught off the back jaws right there to say incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a some, it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. The try here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you crosstown to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report.
All
the
right,
highlights
Coach,
are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down at the yard. And he's going to use his legs here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play. Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up the first down with some nice running.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Operating from the gun. Nix. Quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Nix going deep here for Bryant. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. A big play there. 48 yards. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 3. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a play fake here on first down.
Ball tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
That was one I kind of saw coming, charging a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means a free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
Throwing to start the drive. Nix is going to find his running back. It's complete. The gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him, but his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
That's going to be intercepted.
And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks him right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, We saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll start on the ground here on first down. We'll get this up to about the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 8. Man, and he hits him in stride. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play with the middle coming at him, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
This is 2nd and 8. They toss it out right to Johnson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Pressure comes and down he goes.
Holding, offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. On first down, Irving. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 83 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows, is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another first down run right there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Nix. His throw incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
That's not good enough, man.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle?
And it's intercepted at the goal line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
And now out comes Minnesota. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to put one over his head as this game progresses.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep down the field and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
35 yards that time on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And how about the quick feet there as he made a man miss on his way to a solid gain of 7.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Welcome back live to Orlando. 2nd down and 3. As we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, but instead a handoff up the middle. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
bootleg. Nix. He finds his man. Complete. It's Franklin. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll run on first down. Irvin. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Franklin. And a gain of 5. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring a 4th down here.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run the option. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. In a design QB run in that spot, maybe trying to catch the defense off guard a bit. It didn't work, though.
Again, we're seeing that college influence come into the NFL. Quarterback run game on 4th down. We didn't see that very much in the previous years in the NFL.
No, seeing it more, saw it there, did not work out. Turnover on downs. A good start to the drive. Here's H. Conner on the left side. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 25 yards that time.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
Now, that is his game, and that's what they're going to do.
He is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage. They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw. Hit from behind, he's going to be driven down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4. 3rd long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Chicago offense set to get started. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Now, hand off at the middle. Irvin, and for one of the first times tonight, second down. That time they're able to bottle him up, and he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw. Nix. From the left side, complete. That's Franklin. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him into a set of downs.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the first down.
On first down, Nix. And he's going to go down back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
So where all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And this one is right through. And that'll bring them back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And these guys, big wide receiver complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson.
On the turn and run there as he's going to take this all the way down This is when coaches and how to rely on a running game they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Give up the middle to Johnson. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 4, just over 1:40 to play. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Now 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw.
The short one there taken in by Ferguson.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
Usually the offense has an answer when anything the defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
But just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
And it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's back to throw.
Connecting with Johnson.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, to watch him drop for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know, this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 of the 36. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
2nd and 6 coming up.
Operating from the gun, Nix.
It's caught by Johnson.
The offensive burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. On 1st and 10, Nix.
Level to the right side and incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
From the 17, they work on 2nd and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked him a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.